No Aaron Rodgers, no problem for the Green Bay Packers as Matt Flynn throws his name into the record books.
You can almost smell it here in the studio, the brats, hot dogs, and steaks, or maybe that's just wishful thinking on my part. And you had to know that was coming, didn't you? It's been nearly 6 months since the Brewers last took the field here at Miller Park. That was a 12-6 loss to those Cardinals in the NLCS. Being a mascot is a lot more hard work than people think. First, you have to wear this huge head. Wisconsin has made it to 4 Rose Bowls. They look to make it a 5th with the win here.
Just a bit outside. Major League reference? You're blowing it.
Meet Brewers fan Steve Sivright, a self-described completely average 28-year-old from Stevens Point, who is one of 50 finalists for the MLB Fan Cave.
They're going to take a select group from the 30 to actually go to New York to the Fan Cave to watch you know, all the games, all 2,400 some games.
Those 50 finalists will be whittled down to 30, and they will be put through a Fan Cave boot camp during spring training in Arizona.
If there is boot camp to sit on the couch, I'm already in the best shape of my life.
If couch sitting was an Olympic sport, Steve here would be the champion. In fact, he spends more than 10 hours a day on the couch. Isn't that right, Steve? Steve.
What?
Steve found out he was one of the chosen 50 last week, but there was a problem. He hadn't told his girlfriend he was entering the competition.
That went over as well as you could expect, I suppose.
I actually found out that for 2 months he had been plotting to go into the Fan Cave. So when he told me, I was not happy.
She has since changed her stance and is now Steve's campaign manager, getting his name out on Twitter and making sure people know who he is.
I think he's now realizing that he's not been doing as much as he should be to get into the cave, and that I have a lot more ideas than he does.
The voting takes into account the campaigning done on social media sites, total votes, and the original submission video.
I want to make the Fan Cave because I think that we need to take sarcasm and dry humor to the masses. It's losing out a dying art.
Head to MLBFancave.com to vote for Steve. The voting is unlimited and ends on February 22nd. In Stevens Point, Ryan Wing, News Channel 7 Sports. The Milwaukee Brewers haven't lost 3 games in a row since September 6th through the 10th of last year when they lost 5 straight. Looking to avoid a 3-game skid tonight in Atlanta. They haven't won at Turner Field since July 17th of 2010, a span of 6 games. Strange play in the second. Jason Hayward beats the shift with the weak grounder through the hole at short, and then it becomes like an episode of the Benny Hill Show. Ryan Braun's throw hits Brian McCann, allowing him to score all the way from first. Haywood ends up on third and scores on a Juan Francisco double. Story of the game was Mike Minor. The 24-year-old lefty retired 18 batters in a row at one point, including 4 strikeouts. Sean Markham, almost as impressive. He goes 7 innings, allowing only 3 hits and 2 runs while striking out 6. Brewers get on the board in the 8th. Norichika Aoki with the slow dribbler to second. Dan Ugla throws it away. Matt Gamble scores. The Crew is within 1. Bases loaded, 1 out in the 9th when Craig Kimbrell decides enough is enough. The absolute filth of a backdoor slider freezes George Kataris. Then the 97-mile-per-hour cheddar gets Matt Gamble swinging to end it. Brewers fall in this one 2-1. Tony La Russa back in St. Louis with the World Series trophy, and the Cards and Cubs battling. All Cardinals today. In the 4th, Yadier Molina shoots a sharp single pass short. 2 runs come around to score, and it's 2-0 St. Louis. Still in the 4th, 3-0. Make it 4-zip now when Tyler Green rips one right back up the box to score Daniel Descalso. The Cardinals put the nail in the coffin when John Jay takes Sean Camp deep and gone to right. St. Louis wins it 5-1. The Bucks looking to gain a half game on the idle Knicks tonight facing the Pacers. Indiana pushes the lead to 8 early in the 4th quarter when Leandro Barbosa drains the triple from the top of the key. Bucks go on a 7-0 run though. Larry Sanders with the block. Ahead to Monte Ellis for the lay-in. The lead is down to 1. Pacers had an answer every time. George Hill from distance. Nylon. The lead is back to 4. Bucks went cold down the stretch. Only 3 points over the final 4 minutes. They fall 2.5 games on the final playoff spot in the East. The Pacers win it 105-99. It was a spectator's dream around north central Wisconsin today with a smorgasbord of sporting events going on throughout the area.
will start at the DC Everest Spring Soccer Shootout, a rematch of last year's regional final between Everest and Rhinelander. Great through ball by Hannah Hart connecting with Maddie Middlestad, who slots it into the back of the Old Onion bag to make it 1-0. Then it's Middlestad's turn for the great pass, this time ahead to Elise Batien, but Morgan Voigt able to dive on it for the save. Hodags with the chance now. Check out the spin on the shot by Caitlin Krug off the crossbar into the net to tie it at 1. Greens come right back. Hannah Hart puts it on net. It trickles just through the wickets of Voigt for the goal. Everest comes away victorious 4-2. Wausau East taking on Pulaski. Pulaski looking to add to their lead, but Kaylee Carlin pounces on the shot near the end of the half. East trails by 1 at the break. The Red Raiders strike early in the second half. Cassie Tellner shot just out of Carlin's reach, and it's quickly 2-0 Pulaski. Lumberjacks trying to get something going. Off the corner kick, Gabby Charles with a chance, but it's easily handled by Pulaski's keeper. East falls today 4-1. West also hosting an invite, taking on Menominee in game 1. Already 1-0 Warriors when they look to add to it. Anna Brown gets 2 great chances at it. The first is stopped by the keeper. The rebound attempt knocked out of bounds. They would, though, go on to win this one 1-0. More action from West. Softball this time as Everest and Mosinee square off. 1-0 Indians in the 5th. Tori Wilkes fly ball to left, just steep enough to score Rachel Bowman. 3-2 Mosinee now looking to add to their lead, but Everest able to gun down Jordan Hintz at home, trying to score on the grounder. To the 7th we go, still down 1, and Wilkie comes through again. The RBI ground out ties it up at 3. Bottom half of the 7th, runner on third for Mosinee. Aubrey Antosh with the bloop single just over the shortstop's head. That's your walk-off winner. Emily Tucker scores. Mosinee wins it 4-3. The host Warriors facing Schwamigan. Runner on third for West, but Brianna Mader gets Caitlin Boehm to pop up to second to end the 6th. Screaming Eagles add to their lead in the 7th. Erica Withy with the sharp single up the middle to score. Jamie Palasek makes it 7-2. Warriors mount a rally in their final frame. Corey Boehm walks with the bases loaded to draw them within 4. Kelsey Gwitt, the tying run at the plate, but she grounds out to third. They get the force out at home. Schwamigan wins it 7-3. Wausau East hosting a 6-team tennis invite. At number 1 singles, Pacelli's Mac Dubois had no problems with East Justin Strom. He's not able to return this serve. Then on game point, pretty much the same thing. Strom can't get it back over the net. Dubois wins handily, 6-1, 6-love. East gets a small measure of revenge at number 1 doubles against Pacelli. The doubles team of Andy Ploutz and Gunther Eisen doing work. They go on to win it 6-love, 6-2.
Regan Porchot is ready for the trip of a lifetime. He and his 2 sons, Jake and Logan, along with friend Chris, will be biking cross-country from Anacortes, Washington to Bar Harbor, Maine. The trek will help raise money for the disease ataxia telangiectasia, a rare childhood disease family friend Maddox DeVitt suffers from.
As long as we're doing this right across the country, let's do something that'll help benefit some people. And after meeting Maddox and his family, it was hard to say no.
I'm going to be motivated by the whole situation, by helping out families and knowing that every pedal I do is going to help out another kid. And so that's what I want to do. I want to keep on pushing no matter what.
The Porchots have gone on 350-mile bike trips in Wisconsin and Michigan before, but those pale in comparison to the 4,000-mile ride ahead of them.
I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, and I think no one really has this opportunity like we do, and it's going to be a great adventure for all of us.
They have already raised $6,000 and hope to raise a total of $20,000 for the AT Children's Project to help find a cure for the deadly disease.
Knowing Maddox and similar families that are out there with AT and what they've had to go through, it's wonderful to be able to team up with them. And, this trip will be very meaningful to them and to us, too.
Their starting trail in the Cascade Mountains is currently under 55 feet of snow, so the group hopes by the time they get there, it'll be open. In Mosinee, Ryan Wing, News Channel 7 Sports.
8 months ago, Marshfield's Taylor Varsho saw the end of her season come much earlier than expected. Prior to the Tigers' sectional semifinal loss against Superior, Varsho tore her left ACL and was done for the year. The process since has been a grueling combination of rehab and therapy to get her leg back in playing shape.
My summer was the longest journey ever that I've ever been on, and it was difficult for me not to play in the summer, and seeing my teammates out there right now, it's been definitely a struggle for me on the bench.
It's been 8 long months for her. Mental torture is how I, put it sometimes. Just her dealing with the rehab and wanting to be on that court and playing.
Ask anyone who went through an ACL injury and they will tell you that the hardest part of getting back is the mental aspect, not the physical. And that's exactly the case for Taylor. She's learning to trust her knee more and more each day.
Even now, like when I go on the court, I'm always kind of shy and still going like, oh, is it going to happen again? Is it going to happen again? But you got to take that mental aspect out of it and just focus on, I can do this, and like it's not going to happen again.
Taylor hopes to be medically cleared to play this coming Monday and get back on the court next Friday. Before the injury, she led Division I in scoring at 21 points per game and enters this season on the Division I preseason All-State team.
With her being gone, it only adds, to learn to play without her is what I wish we had last year before the game, and it only makes our team so much better.
She just is going to add a spark that we haven't had, throughout the summer, and just that senior leadership, that proven scorer, that proven player, to kind of settle a very young team down.
The Tigers hope with a healthy Varsho this year, they can make it past the sectional semis and roar down to state in Madison. In Marshfield, Ryan Wing, News Channel 7 Sports.